for all who decide to watch me, because we have a special he is cloudnine9, also known as Pika, and you're listening to a sideshow of our monthly prediction podcast because I was not able to join the main show because of reasons. So I thought I would give my own little side predictions and find out what the group thought and what, I wasn't there and I want to see how I do against the rest of these assholes. But they are not nearly as big of assholes as whoever decides to come up with the tagline, "A golden opportunity awaits." Some R. Kelly shit, especially with their upcoming pay-per-view, Great Balls of Fire. Which, trust me, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. But when it comes... Captain Firenuts reporting for duty.
Got a little side selling.
Oh, yes. Alright, so we're going to start with the pre-show. And I don't care that this is not the actual pre-show. This is the fucking pre-show as far as I'm concerned. Singles match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Naomi versus Lana. Pika, why the fuck is Lana in a title match?
Because he's ravishing.
She's the ravishing, no longer Russian.
She can dance a lot better than Naomi.
Wait, isn't she the ravishing stripper now?
Oh, heck yeah, dude. That chair gets some action every single week.
Oh, well, in that case, if the chair gets half as much action as all the guys who stare at Lana, then I'm afraid to say it, but we're going to have a new champion, boys. I think Lana's actually going to beat Naomi in the shocking upset to win the title.
Wow. Do you actually want that to happen? Or?
Do I want that to happen? Fuck no, she doesn't deserve it. But I think since, they're trying to recover their ratings from post-Mania, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Make some shocking things happen so that people have a reason to pay attention.
So are you really enjoying Naomi's championship run?
She hasn't done a bad job. She's very charismatic. Like, her entrance is fucking amazing. But I think in some ways the entrance is better than the actual wrestling. But that's not to say she's bad. There's just only so much you can do with a division that only has 6 people.
Yeah.
Maybe 7 if you count Lana.
Yeah.
But what was your prediction and what was the group's prediction?
I believe me and ABT said we wanted Lana to win, while Pete said Naomi's going to retain.
Alright, it's a little too early in the show to ask what Pete was smoking, but we might be able to ask that question later. Up next. Goddamn. Carmella, Charlotte, Natalya, Tamina, and Becky Lynch. First ever Divas Money in the Bank ladder match for a SmackDown Women's Championship contract, which I'm assuming means that this is going to work the same way as the male Money in the Bank contract and that you can cash in anytime up to a year. If I'm wrong, please correct me now.
The only thing that you need to be corrected is they're not called Divas anymore. That's all.
Yeah, well, you have people like Lana and Carmella in the division. I think they haven't fully shaken the Divas aspect yet.
Carmella and who?
Lana.
Well, as far as I know, Lana's been practicing to be a really good wrestler, and on her freaking live event matches, she wrestled like like fucking like way better than Eva Marie. I'm assuming, so she's like leaps ahead of her.
And I
Yeah,
forgot
but
to
you
press
go down
start.
to NXT. Wait, what?
Well, I forgot to start the match, but we have been recording.
What the fuck? So people just look at the oh my god.
Well, now they're gonna be looking at the actual match.
All right, cool. But yeah, I was gonna mention like we're doing 2 women matches back to back. So. This is the pre-show. Like what the fuck? This must be the pre-show, or else they're fucking trolling the fuck out of it.
Actually, I gotta gameplay options. Uh-oh. I fucked up. I didn't turn the commentating off.
Oh.
Oh well.
So they would probably hear the commentating.
They'll hear us both. Fuck it.
Right.
Fuck it. Now, is the women's Money in the Bank have the same stipulation for predictions that the male one does, and that you can predict who you want to win and who you think will win?
Yep.
Okay. Who I want to win is Becky Lynch. Who I think is going to win is Charlotte.
Can you give me explanation for both?
Well, out of the 5 people in the match, Becky is the one that I like the most. Carmella is not ready for something like that yet. I mean, granted, the Money in the Bank concept is to give somebody a year to become good enough for a title, but let's be realistic. Carmella's not ready. Tamina can't really be taken seriously. Natalia's old. And it comes down to Charlotte and Becky. I mean, as much as I respect Natalya for being a veteran, she doesn't need something like the Money in the Bank, and hasn't really done much except for put other people over. So it comes down to Charlotte and Becky, and Becky seems to have no problem just putting people over as like a second veteran, so they'll probably give it to the one they're trying to push the most, which is Charlotte. What about you guys?
Well, going back to that statement you made about Natalya, like, the thing is, like, anybody can win this Money in the Bank match and it would benefit them. Like, it's not like, oh yeah, you're, like, leaps down ahead of this match, so you don't need to win. Like, nobody in this match is John Cena. Like, nobody doesn't, like, just need to be in there just for the heck of it and, win it just for the heck of it. Like, all these women, like, whoever wins it, get that, paper that they definitely deserve.
Actually, I do have to fix this.
Not a commentary too loud.
Yeah. I mean, keep talking. It'll take me a minute. Just keep talking and say what everyone thought.
Yeah. Like, yeah, and I'm assuming like this is how like everybody did in the prediction last time. I think I went your route a little bit, but like different though, because I think I want Becky to win this because she truly deserves it, and she's that other 4 horsewoman that really deserves this accolade other than Charlotte. Because it seems like Charlotte's being handed everything in the world, and just giving her Money in the Bank won't be like the greatest thing possible. So it'd just be like, yeah, Charlotte won Money in the Bank, cool. There's nothing really special about it. You need to like have an unpredictable winner when it comes to like this, because this is the first time ever they're doing the women's Money in the Bank. So like I think my prediction was like I wanted Becky to win, and who I think is gonna win is Carmella. And before you think, why the fuck am I super fucking high, and or are you the biggest Carmella fan of all time? It's not that I want Carmella to fucking win. It's what WWE sees in Carmella. And Carmel does have the biggest asset going into this match, and that's Mr. James Ellsworth. Not saying that he's gonna pull the briefcase down for her, but I'm just gonna say, like, the briefcase is white, and I can see, like, months from now, like, Ellsworth lugging the Money in the Bank briefcase like it's fucking a Parada bag, skipping down the ring, being like, "Yeah, my girlfriend's in this Money in the Bank, and I'm her fucking tool. Look at me carry this briefcase," and maybe like, hit the fucking winner of whoever's the champion at the time with the briefcase and be like, "Cash in, girlfriend," and she cashes in. And that's how she becomes champion.
Ah, that would be funny.
Stupid as fuck. It'd be stupid as fuck, but it'd be entertaining television, at least in my opinion. So.
True, that would be.
Yeah. But who rightfully like deserves it like is Becky, and like I did mention in the previous video that you guys are gonna see soon. Which is like a lot of comparisons between Becky and Edge. Like, not only are they both like steampunk Trent coat wearing son of a guns, but like Edge won the first ever Money in the Bank, and I think Becky should win the first ever, follow the footsteps of her role model Edge. But yeah.
Fair enough, I'll give you that.
Yeah, I think ABT said he wanted Charlotte to win, and he thinks Charlotte's gonna win, so he doubled, chose Charlotte for some reason. And I think for Pete, he probably said he thinks Charlotte's gonna win. Actually, wait. Yeah, I think he might have been the same. Unless I'm wrong, I don't know. You guys can see the video when it gets uploaded, but yeah, I guess that's how that prediction went.
Yeah. Alright, sounds reasonable enough. Now let's go to what they said versus the Colognes in a straight up tag team match. First, why are the Colognes still on TV without Carlito? And come back.
So which one do you want me to answer first?
Go in order that I asked.
Alright, so the Colognes, they're still on TV just for the fact that WWE needs tag teams for their SmackDown division, or their SmackDown show, so, and also this is the show that, you'd kind of take them more seriously than the other, because we all know what they were on Raw, freaking Shining Star, tourists, come to Puerto Rico shit, like, all that shit's fucking gone now, and now they're, like, a legitimate tag team without no, funny jokes or whatever, so down the line, they're probably going to be tag team champs, and they're both really good wrestlers, and that's the reason why they're being showcased on the pre-show. And for Zack Ryder, he returned on SmackDown last week, which was a surprise, because me, I like Zack. He's pretty cool.
Cool.
Which I think I'm also going to say this too. If Zack was going to come back and team with Mojo, what was the whole point of Mojo winning the Andre Jan Memorial Battle Royal and being a top singles star?
Well, I'm personally wondering if this is a situation where they team up for one night, and after the match, Mojo turns on Zack, saying, "Look what I was able to accomplish while you were away. I don't need you coming back and becoming baggage for me." Like a situation like that. So it kind of turns Mojo heel, gives him a little bit of momentum because the NFL stuff wasn't really helping, and it gives people a reason to cheer Zack Ryder more. So win-win. Especially if
the Gronk didn't put Mojo over. You don't like the Gronk?
No.
Fuck the Gronk.
The Gronk says, "Go fuck off."
Yes.
But I'm going to say the Colognes are going to win because of Mojo turning on Zack.
Oh, interesting. You do know this is on the pre-show, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. And
Now,
also,
is it the match that should be the pre-show? No. But
no? You know, you think it deserves to be on the card?
Yes, as the opener.
Uh, well, yeah, but like this is the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and you know what they always open with the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So
Yeah, well, you have two Money in the Bank matches, so clearly the women's Money in the Bank is going to open the show.
I wouldn't really say that. Like knowing
You
like how
wouldn't.
they usually. Yeah, like I'm just following the formula last year, and you know what happened last year, right?
Refresh my and the audience's memory.
Well, I think the men's actually it's the men Money in Bank match, the only Money in Bank match of that night. Your boy Dean Ambrose won, and it was the opener. And the main event was Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, the returning Seth Rollins. And I do have to say, as much as we shit on the WWE product, man, that pay-per-view was probably was the best pay-per-view of that year because not only did the returning Seth fucking beat Roman Reigns fucking clean with I don't know, like I think it was maybe like the spear into the pedigree. Like that was fucking cool. But he won,
Yeah,
right?
it was.
And then freaking Dean cashed in right after. So like at that whole 30-minute time span, they freaking had all Shield members holding the WWE title, which was
True.
incredible. And to
True.
this day, if you ask me, like, did that happen? I'll tell you it didn't happen because I'm so fucking shocked that shit fucking happened. 1 year later, I still don't fucking believe Seth Rollins coming out of his fucking injury beats Roman Reigns in his top of his freaking peak. Like, Roman Reigns didn't have the WWE Championship, then I could probably believe it because that's when he starts losing. But he's champion and he lost clean. Unfucking believable.
Very true.
Triple H at WrestleMania. Are we forgetting this? Okay, like it's insane.
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah. But going to the question, yeah, that's what I think the formula is going to be. I think the Money in the Bank match, the men one will open, and then the main event's off is going to be the match that we don't really care about. And hopefully we don't see a cash-in, because I don't want the repeat of last year, but it's not going to feel that special if you keep doing it, Even though, like, the champion right now, like, my balls, but, yeah. Still.
Oh, don't worry, we'll get there.
Yeah. And also, like, going back to the pre-show, the funny thing is, nobody yesterday predicted the pre-show match because it wasn't even on the Wikipedia page. So this is new to me right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you'll be able to give your predictions right now.
Yeah. And I was going to mention, because, like, how we started the video, like, is there a pre-show match, guys? And everybody's like, I don't think it's a pre-show match. And I'm like, wait, what? We roasted that so hard. And the funny thing is, this is the funny thing. We predicted a pre-show would be Ty Dillinger versus somebody else. And Ty's not even on the show. What the fuck?
Shows how much you guys know.
No, legit, that's what we said. We said Ty with American Alpha because we don't know where the American Alpha is. Like, they just become a team now all of a sudden. And then they beat, like, they beat, the Clones and, what other jobber they had there, that's heel, I guess, but I guess they're doing this match because Zack Ryder returned it. We forgot about that, so. Yeah.
Right.
But my prediction, Hype Bros all the way, because I really like Zack, and I feel like, and the story they're trying to tell here is because I don't think you saw Talking Smack this past week.
No.
But pretty much before Zack got injured, they were in the #1 contender battle royal for a future tag team title shot opportunity.
Right.
The shot pretty much that American Alpha took and beat the White family. And since Zack got injured, they got their title, opportunity taken away. But they're saying that they need one again, and I think them winning this pre-show match will indicate that we needed a tag title shot because we did win that battle royal. So they're probably gonna be the next contenders for the tag titles. So if that's gonna happen, then you gotta have the Hype Bros win. But that's just my logic, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't like that. But I don't mind your idea of the whole, Mojo turning heel. I think it's alright, I guess. But...
It's just they're always going to cheer Zack Ryder for Mojo Rawley. That's not even up for debate.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
you have the Colognes win due to heel turn. It gives them a little bit of heat. Gives Mojo heat. Makes Zach look like the babyface that everybody needs to cheer.
Mm-hmm.
Wins all around.
And that's what I like about this prediction show. Everybody has different, ideologies, and that's what makes a good show.
Oh
Not
yeah.
everybody disagreeing with each other and just being like, oh yeah, this is predictable. We want to just have different ideas, so when that person gets it right, like they have bragging rights, to be like, hey, I got you right there.
Yeah, that's true.
In the last fucking 10 minutes, they fucking do their fucking drastic changes. But yeah.
Alright, so we're going to go from a regular tag team match to a tag team championship match. The Usos defending against the New Day. Big E, Kofi Kingston, and or Xavier Woods. So, normally we just predict who's going to win, but which two members of New Day do you think are going to be the two legal men for the match? We'll start there. Because that's not something we normally ask.
I don't. This is like really tricky because they did all the team formations before the show. Like there was a team where pretty much it was Big E and Kofi. There was a time when they wrestled as Kofi and Xavier. There was a time where Big E was that and was like Kofi and Xavier. So it could be anything, to be honest. But I'm just gonna stick with the classic with Big E and Kofi because Kofi just came back from his injury and yeah, he deserves it.
I'm going to say it's going to be Kofi and Xavier.
Watch us both get wrong.
Because I'm predicting the Usos are going to retain by pinning Xavier Woods.
Oh.
Since he is the quote-unquote weakest member of the New Day, for him to eat a pin would not be that big of a deal, and I think it would be a mistake putting the tag titles on the New Day when they just arrived on SmackDown. And sure, you may have been able to say the same thing about the Hardys, but the Hardys were a shock. Nobody expected them to come back at WrestleMania. They were expecting it maybe the night after, and that became a great moment for them and for the fans, but the New Day are not the Hardys. They're not that popular yet. So, and I think the Usos need to keep the kind of steam they have, because as heels, they are amazing. At least compared to their babyface run.
Yeah.
So I just think they need to retain. It would be a mistake for them to lose the titles now, but that's just my opinion. And I think Xavier is the one who is most able to eat the fall, because like you said, Kofi just returned from injury, and they want to make Big E be some kind of credible monster in the future, so he can't be eating pins. And Xavier has his up, down, down that makes, WWE money, so he doesn't need to care about whether he eats pins or not, because he gets paid regardless, so why not?
Yep.
What were your guys' thoughts?
Well, for me, I kind of like Vouch's idea, pretty much how this is the first match, so obviously New Day's not gonna win. They're probably gonna build up to a big win at SummerSlam because they've done it before, and I can totally see New Day winning at SummerSlam and getting these SmackDown titles. It's happened before at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. But pretty much. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out because I think what I said was New Day is gonna.
Oh,
actually, you know what I
shit.
said? No, I didn't actually. Wait, no, I think I said a count. About New Day or Usos win by count out. Like it's not gonna be a a good finish. Pretty much, it's not gonna be a pinfall or submission finish. And I
Right.
think AT said a DQ finish. So, and the only person that said New Age is gonna win out flat out is Pete.
Huh. So if 2K17 is to be believed, we now know who's going to win the men's SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match.
And it's Dolph Ziggler.
No. Try again.
God damn it! Alright, AJ Styles.
No.
Baron Corbin.
No.
Sami Zayn, the Olay driver.
Oi!
No!
Yeah, Sammy won in the game. CC fucking won the match.
Well, I'm gonna mention one thing and one thing only just because that happened. Nobody really thought Daniel Bryan was ever gonna win Money in the Bank when he was in it. He was kind of like the same spot as Sami Zayn, and if Sami Zayn doesn't win, it'll be a big shocker.
And let's actually talk about this now that that match has actually happened. And I'm gonna rematch just because why the fuck not? That way we still have gameplay playing for them since we're not done yet. Let's see if Sammy can get the two-peat. So we have, as you can see on the footage, AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, the current United States champion, unless he lost the title and I don't know. You have Baron Corbin, former Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. Sami Zayn, who I don't remember has ever held the title in WWE except for the NXT title. Dolph Ziggler, multiple-time Intercontinental Champion. Shinsuke Nakamura, another former NXT champion. And AJ Styles, the former WWE champion for SmackDown. Really stacked Money in the Bank ladder match. This has the potential to be fucking amazing, considering all these names that are in it.
It's pretty much an all-star, like all-star part two.
But one of these things is not like the others. One of these things just doesn't belong.
And he is
Can
one
you tell
of your favorite...
can you tell me which thing is not like the other?
I can. And he is your favorite wrestler, the
Kevin
Lone Wolf,
Owens.
Baron Corbin. Wait, go fuck yourself. I don't like you anymore. I really don't. I know because you know my. Oh, actually, you probably don't know, but my picture on fucking PlayStation right now is KO Mania 2.
I know, I saw.
I fucking think. Oh, you saw. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I said it, just to fuck with you. But no, Baron Corbin is the only one that I question is in this match. Like, he's the only one I don't understand. As much as I like him. And that just makes me definitely afraid that they're going to give it to him just to try somehow to make him credible as a top talent. When you have all of these big names, I mean, Kevin, I can understand if you don't want him to win because he's the United States champion and he's in a feud with AJ Styles, so that kind of takes both of them out of the equation technically. Even though you could have the surprise and have AJ or Kevin win, that's fine. You have Dolph Ziggler, who's jobber to the stars, essentially. You have Sammy, who's also jobber to the stars, although he's still really popular. You have Shinsuke, who this is his first match on pay-per-view for the main roster anyway. Or second. because he fought Dolph Ziggler. That's right. Like I said, jobber to the stars. And you have AJ Styles, who's the former WWE champion, and actually the only one in this match to hold the WWE title.
Yeah.
So, like, in some ways, this is really hard to predict, and in other ways, it's really easy to predict. So, with that in mind, who I think WWE is going to give it to is Baron Corbin. Even though that is not who I would want to win the match. Who I want to win the match is Shinsuke Nakamura.
And what's your thought process?
That way you have the entire year to build Shinsuke up as this monster ass kicking machine who also dances around and has fun. That way people can learn to take him seriously. And that way by the time he actually does cash in, it could be a moment like RVD versus John Cena in the Hammerstein Ballroom, or when Seth cashed in on Brock and Roman. You know, this monster moment that made the crowd go absolutely nuts. Especially, you know, can you imagine a WrestleMania violent entrance with Shinsuke Nakamura when he cashes in Money in the Bank at Mania? That would be sick. That would be beyond sick.
Because obviously that mantle belongs to Seth Rollins.
Yeah. But you need time to build him up. And him holding Money in the Bank and going on this massive win streak is the perfect way to build him up and make him credible. Especially since he was a big star in NXT. Two-time NXT champion. The smart fans already know how good he is. Now you just gotta convince the casuals.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, put him on a massive win streak, that's how you do it.
Yep.
But that's my thought process. And Baron Corbin is because he's basically one of Vince's golden children.
But is he the goldest?
No. I hope he never does become the goldest. We don't need to see him as the golden truth either. That can fuck off too.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna give you like a proposition right now.
Yes.
Because like I know you like Baron, and I'm slowly liking Baron. If you were to have a choice between Roman Reigns as champion, Jinder Mahal as champion, or Baron Corbin as champion, who would you rather have champion?
My answer is going to shock you. My answer is going to absolutely shock you.
Alright.
Out of those three, I would rather Jinder Mahal.
Ooh, and why is that?
Because say what you will about Jinder and whether he deserves to be champion or anything like that, this is a guy that has been basically shit on for years in the company. Barely wins matches, has been busting his ass for years, never had any kind of real respect. Even when he was in 3MB and was kind of popular, somebody like him being given an opportunity of a lifetime and actually taking advantage of it and winning the WWE title, you know, there's no better story to tell, except WWE doesn't want to tell it right because they want him to be a heel. Roman Reigns, okay, we know he's the golden child. We know he's going to get title after title after title. I've learned to accept that. Baron Corbin is a future Roman Reigns. Jinder Mahal, nobody saw coming. Nobody could take him seriously. And that's why it's the best story of all. That's why I would rather him than either of those two as WWE champion, because it tells a great story for fans who, you know, get told they can't accomplish anything. Just look to Jinder.
I like how you're looking at that as a positive standpoint, because when facts get real, because do you really think, because of all the hard work and all the years he's been shitting on, and him just being a jobber, like all that just came to this moment and he got the ultimate payoff? Or do you think
I know why they did it. I know why they did it. I'm not stupid. They did it because they're trying to sell the network, or tickets in India or whatever. I understand that.
He's also looking very jacked right now.
I understand all that.
Yeah.
But the story still kind of writes itself. WB just refuses to tell it.
No, the story writes for itself if this person was, I don't know, maybe Heath Slater, maybe Drew McIntyre, or even your New York boy, Kurt Hawkins. Because that's somebody who has, star potential, who has been shitted, or even Zack Ryder, who has been shitted, never given opportunities, just kept on losing, and okay, let's just say, the thing that you said pretty much, and it's been a long time coming in, Jinder's champion. If that's the case, then why aren't we happy about it? Why don't we actually feel, oh wow, this guy, he's been in obscurity, and I actually feel really happy for him because he deserves it. Because you can clearly say that about anybody else I mentioned right now, but you can't say it for him.
I can tell you exactly why. Because they did it wrong. They didn't let him tell the babyface story like how I was saying. Like, this is somebody who has been held down for years, finally gets an opportunity, and is going to make the most of it, and prove everybody wrong. You tell a story like that, people would have been behind Jinder.
Okay, let's say they did tell it like that. That doesn't hide the fact that his fucking win-loss ratio is 80. His fucking career up to now. I don't know how long has he been, maybe 8 or less than now. 80 wins, 344 losses. And this is coming from somebody, like, even the eater of booty, Bray Wyatt, doesn't have a 344 loss. And he's the guy who eats the pins. Tell me that, Silver.
Again, I understand that. And that's why, like I was saying, you can tell the story of him being held down for years because he was barely able to win a match. He gets one opportunity and makes the most of it. But they had to turn him into a anti-America character just because he's Indian. Just because he looks different and has different beliefs than anyone else. And that's the wrong way to tell the story. For people to actually care. I understand all the facts. I understand why they did it. I understand the fact that his win-loss ratio is complete shit. But frankly, that's kind of somewhat missing the point.
No, I would get the point, but the thing is, as a star, like, do you think he can probably get tickets, sell merch, wrestle better than most people on the roster, have this compelling character that people want to be, and all that? Like, when you really think about it, look.
Give it enough time, yes.
Nah, I don't think so. Because look. I shit on Baron Corbin a lot, and he has a lot of room for improvement. And I know you're trying to give him that mantle of him being the next Roman Reigns, but he can't be the next Roman Reigns unless he sabotages this guy's career like how they did with Roman Reigns. Because Roman Reigns just needed to be heel, needed to shut the fuck up, needed to spear people and be a badass. That's it. And
Agreed.
Maybe not bury anybody, but they make this guy fucking retire, a beloved guy who are our freaking role models since our childhoods, man, like Undertaker and saying it's my yard and this and that. They completely ruined it. And I don't think the stank ever wash off on him. But with Baron Corbin, like you see improvement with him. You look at his fucking moveset. End of days, deep six. What does Jinder have? Like even if like Baron isn't like to that top level, at least his moveset is like wow. I can see him being a main eventer one day, and like I don't know, it's just there's more upsides of him than Jinder Mahal. And I think at the moment, like even though everybody shit on Randy and Randy saying it's boring, which is fucking true, I feel like it's 2017. You know how many people we fucking have on the roster. We have a lot of. This is not 2010. This is not '09. This is not '08. We have a lot of people who have top star potential, and if you're gonna give to some guy who's like let's say even if he does deserve it because he's been shitting on, he got shit on for like a quarter decade or whatever, like still he doesn't deserve that spot because there's a lot of people who can outperform him, like outsell him, be more compelling. Like yeah, you can build to Jinder Mahal winning the WWE title, but like still, is it great in 2017? It would have been great if fucking Cena was champion and it was fucking 2009. Yeah. But if you look at Money in the Bank, because we're still talking about the Money in the Bank, none of these freaking 6 people, like, deserve to spot more than Jinder, no matter, like, even if they reinvent Jinder. And even look, people who aren't even in this match, like, let's say, look at Rusev, fucking deserves the WWE title more than Jinder. And you can tell the story that you're telling with Jinder with freaking Rusev. He had the highs, he's had the lows, and guess what? When Rusev comes back and he faces Jinder, who's gonna fucking win? Tell me. It's gonna probably be Rusev just because the crowd's gonna get behind Rusev, and Jinder Mahal has been set to fail. Like ever since they decided to be like, hey, you know what? Let's just push him out of nowhere. Because the thing is, like, I'm believing what Joey Numbers mentioned. Like, you gotta build to a champ, and you gotta look what was this guy doing in the beginning of the year. He was Rusev's lackey. He was losing on Raw. He has shaked up to SmackDown. Loses his first ever match on SmackDown to Mojo Rawley, and then all of a sudden wins. Like I said this already in the other video, but I like to read it because it's like facts.
Right.
Wins a freaking match, like how like everybody's watching a 2K simulation right now. You just put that guy in and he just randomly wins. That's what happened with Jinder, and then some heck reason he's WWE champ now, and we're all supposed to be like, yeah, this guy, he had that rough upbringing, and like there's the facts that Mr. McMahon's high on him now, and but like let's put that all aside and reward him and feel like he deserves it. But there's a lot of people more who deserve it, and like I'm not hating on Jinder right now, but like I'm just gonna tell you like his reign is gonna be mediocre and everybody's gonna forget about it, and I don't know.
Oh, agreed.
Now.
His reign is gonna be mediocre, but again, that's partly because they're not booking him right.
Yeah, long story short, he should enjoy this run because he's probably never gonna get this opportunity ever again. And also, I'm gonna mention one good thing out of this because I think everybody kind of knows this at this point. If Jinder Mahal can win the WWE title, anybody on the roster can win the WWE title. And I'm talking to you, James Ellsworth. You can do it. Anybody can fucking do it at this point. Because if a guy who has fucking 80 wins and 344 losses career total is WWE champ right now, beating a guy who's a 13-time world champ, and soon to lose to John Cena because I forgot to mention John Cena's gonna be coming back soon. But I'm not gonna like that either. But
that 17-time champ.
Yeah, I don't know, but like yeah, I don't know. It's just Jinder Mahal's not like maybe he'll win me over one day, but like now I'm really lukewarm about it, and like yeah, he has a cool entrance now, and like I'm slowly getting to the Jinder Mahal thing, but like it just hits me how fucking he shitted on he got, and like how like he's a mid card type of wrestler. He's not a main event wrestler. He doesn't have like all this, like he's not the best wrestler in the world. Like I don't know why he got this main event role. Like if he was like IC or US or whatever or tag team, I would be hating on. I'd be like, yeah, damn right he deserves that fucking title. Like Zack Ryder fucking won at WrestleMania 32 and he fucking deserved it because that's the thing I talked about in that like last video. I was like, that was a feel good moment because this motherfucker went to NXT, like busted his ass, won, lost, brought Mojo up, taught Mojo everything he knows, and like now he's being rewarded. And you know what to do with it? We fucking made him. It just goes to show like.
Who I want to win, Shinsuke Nakamura. Who I think is going to win, Baron Corbin.
Yeah. Also, I'm just gonna read this real quick because this is something I think I didn't mention on the prediction show last night, which is, you know how like every pay-per-view they have like the betting odds thing, and usually the person who's on like really high on that list is the person who's gonna actually win all the matches.
Right.
I don't know who was high last time I checked.
Who?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay.
And that was who you
Who I want to win, yes.
Yeah. So I'm on the website right now, and it changed. Guess who's number one now?
Baron. Please tell me it's not Baron.
Bingo!
God damn it!
But so I'll check the day of the pay-per-view, and if it's Shinsuke again, then you can be happy. Because it's been switching from Shinsuke to Baron a lot. And now it's like stuck on Baron for some reason. So yeah. And also with my prediction, I think I even stated in the video last night. Every time Kevin Owens is in the Money in the Bank, I'm always just gonna choose him, whether he's when he wins or loses. I'm just always gonna choose him. Just for the fact that like he's a guy who I could see win Money in the Bank, and it would be a cool moment. And this is a motherfucker who I can see recreate the whole Dolph Ziggler cash-in again. Because in my opinion, aside from like because technically the greatest cash-in of all time is Seth because he cashed in at WrestleMania. But the cash-in that meant more and that felt good, that to this day I still can't hate Dolph Ziggler because of it, because it was such a good feel-good moment.
Yeah, when he cashed in on Alberto Del Rio.
I remember, like, it was yesterday, dude, and every time I'm like, oh man, Dolph Ziggler's a jobber, he sucks, whatever.
That's still the number 2 cash-in of all time.
Yeah, that definitely. Absolutely.
The only cash-in that has beaten that is Seth's.
Yeah, because just for the fact that it was on WrestleMania. That's about it.
Yes.
And it was kind of cool because, correct me if I'm wrong, Silver, but I think Seth was the first one ever to cash in mid-match.
Yes.
Yeah, that made it really special too, I guess.
And RVD is also the only one to give... Well, no, that's not true. Him and John Cena are the only two to give advance notice.
Yeah, and John Cena's the first ever loser. And also, I like how we're like saying the fact that pretty much in the last night videos we just went by Money in the Banks. CM Punk, he's gonna return in Money in the Bank on Sunday. Oh, got you, motherfucker.
Gotcha, bitch.
Nice try. But and hypothetically speaking, if CM Punk does return, do you think he's gonna win?
If CM Punk returned?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Wait, really? Is his first match coming back and it's Money in the Bank?
Yeah. No chance in hell. No chance in hell.
And who he thinks is gonna win Baron, so he stuck to what, like, kind of similar to me. And ABT said he wants AJ to win, so he sticked with Pete. But who he thinks is gonna win is who he sticked with you, Shinsuke. So for ABT, Shinsuke and AJ. me KO who I want and who I think is Baron, and AJ and Baron for Pete. So yeah. Mixed predictions, if I do so myself.
Nice.
And nobody goes Dolph, which kind of makes me sad. Because if Dolph actually wins, I'm not going to be mad. I can tell you for a fact I'm not going to be mad. And if Sammy wins, that'll be the biggest shocker of them all.
Alright. Final match.
Yeah.
Speaking of gender, the WWE Championship. The rematch between new champion Jinder Mahal and former champion Randy Orton. I'm going to ask you to give your prediction and the group's prediction first.
Oh. I think we all chose Jinder to win, but, you know, since, you know, I don't know, I just feel like just saying, like, I kind of want Randy to win, but who I think is going to win is Jinder, but Jinder is my prediction, so, yeah. Not saying that I want Randy to be WWE champ right now, but, like, you know, like, whoever, like, let's say, like, this is what we kind of thought, like, this main event will kind of summarize what's probably going to happen in the near future, because if Randy wins, then you know Baron Corbin is the Money in the Bank winner, and he's going to cash out Randy, and he's going to be champion. But if Jinder retains, then we might have a babyface win Money in the Bank.
Right.
But, like, if this is the main event, then, you know, we're already going to know who the winner is. But let's say, like, they want to save the Money in the Bank match for last, you know. Then, yeah, that's probably going to be how, like, you know, the Money in the Bank is going to go. So who do you think will win?
Well, first off, let me just say that going back to our previous debate about whether Jinder was a good pick for champion or not a good pick, everything I said was based on the three options that you gave me.
Which was?
You asked me to pick between Jinder, Roman, and Baron.
Yeah.
So everything I said was because those were the only three choices.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I don't want Randy winning. I don't want Randy winning because I am bored to tears of Randy as champion. Especially Randy as babyface champion.
Yep.
I also don't want Jinder to win.
I guess we're going to get a mid-match cash-in.
Not mid-match.
Which I'm not going to mind.
I think we're going to have a post-match cash-in.
God damn it. I kind of want a mid-match, honestly.
I think...
What's your idea?
I think one of two things is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Either one, the Singh brothers are going to cause a disqualification and have Jinder retain that way.
Yeah, I can totally see that happen.
Or two, the Singh brothers help Jinder beat Randy clean, like distract him, and then Jinder's able to hit a finisher or whatnot. And then Randy's going to hit Jinder with an RKO post-match, and then the Money in the Bank winner is going to cash in on Jinder and win the title that way.
You know, the more you say that, the more I believe that's going to happen. Because, like, nobody's on board with Jinder Mahal being champion. And, like, and the thing is, like, I necessarily don't want that to happen, just the fact that, like, I like whenever whoever wins Money in the Bank just holds it for a while, gets off the radar, you know, fucking fights every match with the briefcase and the briefcase. You know how, like, Dolph had the briefcase and it was, like, so
And it got fucked up, yeah.
That's what made that cash in even better, because when you looked at him handing it to the ref, it was so fucked up. And you knew, like, the briefcase was a symbol of how hard he had to, you know, fought and lose and win and lose and win to fucking reach that top spot. Because that's what I like, you know, attention to detail. But as much as I like that, like, I don't know, just because Jinder Mahal's champion, like, I think that's possibly going to happen.
And
What's your thought on this?
the really sad part is, like I said, if they
Yeah.
did the story right and they made Jinder a face champion and
Yeah.
told that kind of story, I would not be against him being the champion. I would not want him to lose. But because they fucked up the story, WWE can go fuck themselves.
Mm-hmm. You know, who, pray tell, would be the lucky person to cash in on Jinder?
Well, if I have my way, it's Shinsuke Nakamura, but
Oh, would you really put the title on this?
I think it would be better suited for Shinsuke to hold on to it for a long time.
Wait, say that again?
I said if I have my way, Shinsuke wins the Money in the Bank match and then cashes in on Jinder. But Shinsuke would be better suited to holding that briefcase for a long time. So, quite honestly, it doesn't matter who wins Money in the Bank in that case, as long as Jinder's not champion and Randy's not champion. Because both of those are bad ideas.
Yeah, which is why like a lot of people are not gonna give a fuck about this match because first of all, it's a bad matchup, and we don't really care about the two people in the match. Like, we're not behind anybody just because Randy's boring as hell and Jinder Mahal is being pushed for all the wrong reasons. Whether he
Exactly.
deserves it or not. But I forgot to mention one thing, and thankfully I remembered. Me just saying I want Kevin Owens to win. If Kevin Owens does win, he's gonna have the Money in the Bank and the United States Championship, and I feel like when he does cash in, either he's gonna have both titles, or I think at maybe SummerSlam or like maybe a pay-per-view after Money in the Bank, because I think AJ and KO aren't still done with their feud, because I think their match ended with not a clean victory, and I think AJ Styles might be the next U.S. champ. So
Right.
if your thought is like, oh, they're not gonna give it to Kevin Owens just because he's a U.S. champ, well, there's your out. So.
Oh, yeah. Even if he wasn't
Which
U.S. champ, I don't think they would give it to him. Especially
even if he wasn't?
considering the champion right now is a heel.
Okay, you know what? This is probably gonna hurt me a lot, but
and I'm not saying that because I don't like Kevin. I do.
no. I know you do. I know you do. But no, I'm saying like this is gonna hurt me a lot. But like, let's say if KO does win and cash in on Jinder and turns babyface, oh my God! Don't fuck up his babyface run, because I think KO will probably be the most likable babyface of all time.
Yes.
Because if he's such a good heel, and he gave us that legendary performance at that Festival of Friendship, if you remember that, I think he might be the biggest babyface of of this generation.
I'm still feeling the effects of your betrayal, you son of a bitch.
It's funny that I talked about the Festival of Friendship in the last video because we were like talking about how like people were saying like Raw can't have good segments anymore because of the whole "This Is Your Life" segment. And I'm like, guys, you do realize the Festival of Friendship happened this year, right? And it was such a good segment. Probably one of the top 5, actually top 10 best segments of all time on Raw.
I won't say all time. I would definitely say the last couple of years.
I would say all time just for a fact. If you look at Mick Foley and The Rock, "This Is Your Life" segment, and you look at the Festival of Friendship, they're both the same to me. They're both really great, and they both taught me to fucking be like, wow, this is really good. But the thing is, I would probably give the nod to like the Festival of Friendship because that ending, dude, it broke every fan of Jericho to pieces.
It broke everyone's hearts, yeah.
Yep. And that's what WWE does in 2017. They know how to break our hearts, Even though I think the show broke 2014, but you still have the whole Festival of Friendship that broke Jericho. And also, I don't want to talk about DIY because I still can't get over that. It hurts. It hurts so hard. But yeah. So you said that's what your idea is. You think it's gonna end DQ and Randy's gonna win by DQ or something?
What?
You said like Randy's gonna win the match by DQ or something, and
Well,
or Jinder's
Jinder
gonna
will
win by
win by
DQ.
DQ.
So you think Randy Orton's gonna get disqualified, use a weapon or some shit?
Well, no, like if the Singh brothers are attacking Randy, like when the ref doesn't, like if the ref is not looking, Randy takes them
Yeah.
out. The ref sees him taking them out and calls
Yeah.
for the bell.
Well, I
Or,
guess, but I've never
something
seen it like
along
it.
those lines. It would be better if
Yeah.
Jinder wins by DQ, which is probably what I should be saying. I just can't really
Yeah.
think right now because
So
I'm
like, let's
tired as
say,
fuck. But
yeah, yeah, I can help you with this. Let's say like the Singh brothers interfere when the referee doesn't see. Randy loses his shit, beats the crap out of the brothers, and then beats the crap out of Jinder to the point where like the referee rings the bell because the anger got the best of him, and then he does the RKO, and then that's when the cash in can happen.
true.
Yeah. But yeah. Honestly, if Shinsuke wins and cashes in and becomes champion, you can still do the winning streak. The thing about like him, being a top guy till WrestleMania 34. Pretty much have him like win every pay-per-view match he's in,
I don't
and
know.
maybe
I don't
he
know
does.
who Super Stardust is, but yes, I am Silver, and that is Pika.
Wait, what?
Somebody commented Silver question mark and Pika with 2 exclamation points. As in like, oh my god, they're real. They're real boys. What the fuck?
I'm a real boy now.
I have the donkey ears to prove it.
Yeah, I'm striking your donkey.
Yes. All right.
And apparently, Cece wants to say that he's a good Christian
It's
boy.
Steven.
Wait.
Super
Oh,
Stardust is Steven. Okay.
it's Ivan. Damn.
That's a name
It's
I
been a
haven't heard in
while.
a while.
Yeah,
What's up, Steven?
contacted him. I contacted him prior to WrestleMania to join our big WrestleMania show, and I got no response from him. So I'm like, did he die?
I don't know. Well, whatever injuries he sustained, it's still real to him. Damn it.
Yep. And also, Simon, if you do have a PS4, you could probably join us because this is how we're gonna do predictions now. We do them like on party until Silver gets his computer fixed.
Yeah. Or we have ABT record on Skype.
Which I think it's gonna happen because ABT actually has a good Skype recorder. Which I was also gonna mention. Like, I feel like we should do pay-per-view predictions on Thursdays now. Just for the fact that, like, ABT will always be available before Friday.
Okay.
That's the new
It would have to be early, like 8 o'clock.
Yeah. 8 o'clock till 9 or something, and yeah.
And Steven's Skype is dead. But, yeah, we could arrange something.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up. I gave my prediction.
Yeah.
What was you and the group's prediction for WWE title?
We all said that we wanted Jinder to... Actually, no, we think Jinder is going to win, and yeah, and we never really thought about a cash-in, so that's actually, a cool idea, I guess. But yeah, I was going to mention one thing before we go off air. Like, if you give Shinsuke the WWE title, you can have him maybe wipe out everybody on the SmackDown roster until WrestleMania 34, and that's when you do the eventual dream match between AJ Styles and Shinsuke and have AJ win the WWE title off Shinsuke. Because that won't really hurt Shinsuke because we know these guys can have a really great match, and it'll pretty much be the Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit of this generation. So.
Right, that's true. I would not be against that.
Yep.
But we're going to head off here. We've gone longer than I wanted to, but that's fine because we had fun. And so I've done 3 Money in the Bank matches so far.
And all the winners?
Sammy won the first one. AJ
Yep.
won the second one, and the third one is still in progress.
Alright, so I think James Ellsworth won the last one then. Alright, cool. And also we're getting a call from the council, so I guess that's all, folks.
Yeah. Peace out, bitches. Enjoy the show. And Steven would love to predict Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah,
Although
join
I
the
think what he really means is that he wants to be able to taste the Great Balls of Fire. But maybe
dude.
when you're older, my friend. Bye.